teams are headed up the tunnel just now. Bobby Madden leads the line. It's Bobby Madden, Sean Carr and David Ingram. And a rip-roaring welcome. Of course, Raith Rovers fans having a lion's share of that, given their vantage point. South stand, man, woman and child on their feet, offering support. Robbie Thompson in the highlighter orange kit. It's, to be honest, we're saying it's as it should be in a derby. We've seen Dunfermline turn up here in red. We've played in red, we've played in white at least end. It's black and white stripes versus the dignified and glorious dark blue of Kirkcaldy's finest. Let's hope that it'll be Fife's finest. Oh, Stuart Finn there. If he looks round wearing that Dunfermline top, there will be thumbs down aplenty. Raith Rovers physiotherapist at one point. Thoroughly nice guy, but we will,
my gaze.
we will have him in our eyesight today. There better be no jumping up and down. But it's up to Raith Rovers to take care of that in the first instance. Stevie Crawford, of course, new manager at Dunfermline. Much respected player during his time here, cup winning hero. But the dugout today, it's Paul Smith, it's John McGlynn. A little round of handshakes. Robbie Thompson comes across to have a wee word with John, possibly get a bottle of water. That's exactly what he does. It's Lucas Aid Sport. The assistant referees are away to check the nets. And if ever there's a game where we need to turn up and we need to play 90 minutes, today's the day. So glad to hear that pictures and sound is making its way where it needs to be. Any problems, give us a shout. Dean Linus high-fiving today's mascots who were bedecked in yellow and black Dortmund away kit. BBC are here in massive numbers. 40 of them. They're here as it's the designated match. And 20 years of service celebrated for Gordon Adamson on the mics, and he gets the game going by saying let's get right behind the Rovers. Thompson out to Davidson. Higginbottom closes it down. Easily out to Murray. Murray up the line for Bonnet. And a Raith Rovers throw in. So both managers have clearly said start with a passion, start with a pace, and let's try and get in behind them early. Raith Rovers coming out the traps like 100 metre sprinters there, but Raith Rovers managed to get the ball up the line. It's a team that I'm told is decimated by injuries for Dunfermline. Well, it's 11v11. And it's Dunfermline moving on that right hand side. An early test for Kyle Benedictus, which he wins. He was taken on for pace there. He was half a yard they had to concede, but the challenge was absolutely wonderful. Dunfermline advancing up the railway stand side. The ball's high, it's in towards the box. It's actually Armstrong who gets a defensive header. Higginbottom. Ball's out for a Raith Rovers throw-in. It's going to be a wee tricky one for commentating, Neil, because the Dunfermline red numbers on the black kit. Quite difficult to work your way through. Higginbottom and James Vincent sporting the shaved head and stubbled outlook. Long throw out for another Raith Rovers set piece of types.
So as per Davey, it's going to be you leading the commentary in the first half and myself on the second. Our ball retriever of choice today is a friend of the family, and so I'll be monitoring her progress. So
we're on our way up the right hand side with Louis Vaughan. He drills it into the 6-yard box, and it's held quite comfortably there by Lee Robinson, but nice to see the ball driven across the 6-yard box early. The kick's high, it's long, it's won by Benedictus. Bobby Madden, all eyes on him. It's a big game for the referee. He looked very calm as well before the game. He was watching the Auchinleck victory over Ayr United. The bragging ranks of Ayrshire go to Auchinleck. Quite a result.
Daniel Armstrong just went on a run there and was brought down by, I think it could have been Higginbottom, it could have been another two. Looky like he's free kick to the Rovers, David.
Yeah, Armstrong's going to take that and he's going to try and put it towards the far edge of the 18-yard box for Davidson to attack. He does. Davidson's landed awkwardly, and nice dignified bit of play by possibly Lee Ashcroft there. Immediately put his hand up, acknowledging that Davo needed a wee bit of help, but he's up, he's on his feet and he's away down there. But nice sportsmanship from from Ashcroft. Dunfermline, ball up the line. Won by Crane. A hot toddy now, and I'll tell you what, there's plenty of pace in that front two for Dunfermline. That was back Tui who's challenging Benny, but Benny's dealt with that and came out on top. Duggan, he doesn't jump, he's beaten in the challenge. Ball's long, Davidson wins the header, needs a bit of treatment, and the second ball is only fell as far as Longridge. And it's tell you what, there's something I never thought I would see so early. Can you believe that Callum Higginbottom is threw his toys at the Tam with 3 minutes on the clock?
So it's looky-likey there again. They're playing right next to each other.
They are. It's going to make it a bit interesting. But yeah, we've commented before that Higginbottom's clearly a talented player, but his temperament makes Ian Davidson look like a Zen master. It's Higginbottom who comes away with the ball. Shifts it to his looky-likey. Played over the top. Robinson has to come out of his box. Goes a bit of pace and he's able to shepherd it back into his custody. Throws it out long. I've got absolutely no idea what the numbers in these jerseys are saying, Neil.
That's
a really tricky one, isn't it?
Right centre half.
There's a ball through, and it will need Davidson and Thompson to communicate well, which they do. That was a challenge there, and the goalkeeper and centre half done well. Raith Rovers fans winning the duel of the vocal cords at the moment. Can't quite hear what they're saying, but given they're all on their feet, it may be stand up if you think despicable things about our local neighbours. Victory today, and we might be joining it at the end. Neil can we commentate and stand up in this bothy that's got a headroom of about 4'6".
Yeah, 24 people in the key tech stand, and 1, 2, 3, 5 stewards.
Offside flag up there. And 5 stewards to look after them.
So just to clarify, 2810 is the maximum amount in the Derby stand, and the 24 in the key tech stand gives a travelling support of 2834. Home support, well, it was 3,000 yesterday for it, 3,005 yesterday.
We've got the main stand that will catch up a wee bit of a mix of both. Keepers played a short ball there. Well done, Robbie Thompson. That was Crane, just need it back to him. Conscious he couldn't make that pass back. Armstrong, come on. We don't think he's going to be a Rovers player for much longer, but let's see if he can leave us with a gift of a performance today. We know he's got talent. Robinson plays the ball forward. It's up the line to Higginbottom. I think we're going to lean heavy on the players that we recognise.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I think that Higginbottom, Hippolyte, Jackson. Noticing that the captain appears to be wearing, is he wearing number 5? And there's not a number 5 on the team sheet. Or is it number 6? Is that Lee Ashcroft? Offside flag's up there. A shriek of anxiety from the south stand.
Yeah, you're right. The captain is Ashcroft and he's wearing 6.
That is 6.
You can hardly tell, can you?
So difficult. Yeah. Thompson to Davidson. Ball's moved across the 18-yard box from that offside decision. Murray's played a terrible ball that back two he takes in, and it's going to need some treatment. It's Higginbottom, he's in. It ricochets and it goes back to the goalkeeper. Very poor play there from Ewan Murray. He's got away with one. 6.5 minutes played, 0-0's the scoreline so far. Duggan wins a header, but it's straight on to the gloves of E. Robinson. Ashcroft. It's a ball out to Longridge. Longridge to Higginbottom. He's switching that over to Hippolyte. A well-kent face of these pastures. Crane has to play that up the line. Only finds a black and white jersey. Played back towards Hippolyte. A claim for a penalty kick there. He went down very easily and Bobby Madden was not too impressed. Immediately shaking the finger there. Ball played all the way back to Lee Robinson. He's caught short there and the ball's headed for Balweary. Chris Duggan, good advance. John McGlynn.
He was going to nick in there, wasn't he, Chris Duggan?
McGlynn rifles the ball across the park to try and keep the advantage in our direction. Nice chant of Rovers there to our left. You're enjoying the commentary and the pictures here from Raith TV. Surely it's the big fixture of the round, this one.
Yep, ticket sales are brisk at the home end, so it's not unreasonable to expect 6,000, 3,200 of us.
Duggan has the ball, he's going to have to find some support. He does. Crane gets it into the box. Oh, it's a shanked ball, it's up in the air. Nice touch there, it falls to the edge of the box. Duggan shifts it out, flags stayed down, but it's a good tackle by the Dunfermline player. And Hippolyte comes away with it. He's looking to spot a runner. He dilly-dallies there, but eventually gets it out towards Higginbottom. Back to Longridge. He plays it long and deep and up the line. That's one for Back to chase. I think he's going to keep it in play. Plays it off Davidson and wins a corner. It's intelligent play. Frustration all over the face of Ian Davidson. 8 minutes played, along with pace, pride and energy. John McGlynn will be saying do not concede early on. Higginbottom to take this corner. Got a whinging that the Raith Rovers players aren't 10 yards. They quite clearly are. Here comes the corner. It'll be the right boot of Higginbottom, who looks like he's going to play it into the box. He does. It's narrow. It's bouncing across the box. Louis Vaughan clears it. Well done, Louis. Thumped high and long and out for a Raith Rovers throw-in. There's a blonde-haired figure of the defensive James Cragen.
The right back.
I have to say, James Cragen looks younger now than he did when he played with us. Well, we'll let the crowd might pick that one up. Liam Buchanan laughing aloud at the shout from the main stand.
Who was it to?
I'm not sure who it was to, but it was funny. Louis Vaughan plays the ball forward. Body's there. Benny wins it out to Davidson. He's going to have to play it long. He does. It's an up and under. Reagan's under it. Should get it back to the goalkeeper. Doesn't need to intervene. And Lee Robinson has his gloves on the ball. Out to the captain, Lee Ashcroft. And out to Longridge. I didn't realise that Longridge had such a physical build about him.
Aye, yeah.
It looks much more slight when I've seen him on TV and I've seen him interviewed, and he's got these excellent BBC Alba half-time pieces. It's a really nice piece with him and his brother. I think possibly at the one of the games with the Partick Thistle either earlier this season or at the tail end of last. Brother Louis, glad isn't playing. Good player.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, another fine young man that we greatly enjoyed the company of during this time here. Very polite, wasn't he? All times very good with the kids, etc. The ball's out wide with the right back, moves it forward. Dunfermline advance over the halfway line. They work the ball out to Longridge. Armstrong closes. Back to Higginbottom gets the ball. Rovers fans say it was out, but Higginbottom's going to shoot. Oh my goodness, that's really generous of me to call that a shot. There's a little clutch of seats there, maybe about 150 that are unsold, and that's where the ball finds itself, down at the railway stand.
Do you know why,
on a
Davey?
flag.
There's that up the top
as well, yeah.
The stand as
What's
well.
that? Played long up the line with Raith Rovers. Dunfermline certainly winning the aerial battle at the back. That Wedderburn winning it. The physical
lean in there.
Challenge. Wedderburn plays in Vaughan. Dunfermline break it up. They move the ball out to the right hand side. James Cragen out to Hippolyte. Holds it up. Gets his head up. Let's see what he's got in his sights. 3 passes and they're 2 yards further back, but still in possession of the ball. Both teams just sussing each other out at the moment. Worked out to Longridge. There's Joe Thompson there. He'll be looking to take the ball back to Higginbottom. Good chasing there by Ewan Murray. Makes Higginbottom go across the park. That's 20 yards the Dunfermline players ran there. Laid off, back 2, he's going to get a shot. Well, again, I'm being generous.
High, wide and not very handsome.
It's a ball aimed towards the Raith Rovers goal rather than an actual shot. Robbie Thompson. Raith Rovers have again continued the use of Ian Davidson dropping off to the right. Kyle Benedictus dropping off to the left, and Robbie Thompson looking to play the ball short, but this time everybody's advanced up the park. 12 minutes played. Raith Rovers 0. Their visitors likewise. Good kick, good distance. We're not going to win much in the air though, in that final third, unless it's a set piece that we've got Big Nat and the lights up. Crane overplays that in an intelligent area there.
Yep.
It's interesting, we've got 20 goodness me, we've got 20 Dunfermline fans with 6 stewards round about them. The ground heavily stewarded today for obvious reasons, keep everybody safe and let's keep any nonsense to an absolute minimum across both sets of fans. Raith Rovers win the throw-in, just inside the Dunfermline half, Keytech stands side.
Good work by Flanagan, I think it was, to win that throw-in, just quickly. Duggan's in, 2 men round him, but looks the content up there.
Hippolyte knocks it out for another Raith Rovers throw. First little signs that the players are taking a little bit of oxygen into the lungs. I would barely call it a dip in pace because it's been rapid from the start.
It's been relentless, yeah.
Ball falls in the middle of the park. It's going to be a shot from distance and it's wide of the post and probably wide of the 18-yard box if I'm being honest, but well worth getting excited about when Louis Vaughan pulls his trigger on that right boot. That was well worth a goal, and it was more to the edge of the 6-yard box than the 18-yard box. I see it on the replay.
That up and challenged by Hippolyte, but Gillespie gets it forward there.
Yeah, Big Nat plays a neat ball. It picks up a Dunfermline player, but the right idea for the big fella. No divided loyalties today, I'm sure, from your interview, etc. He was being barraged with those questions, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think he's very laid back. He doesn't let that sort of thing
I think he came to us via Wolverhampton rather than via Dunfermline, but he's the definition of a big honest laddie. I think he would probably be amused by 2 Scottish commentators referring to him as such, but look at him meandering about the halfway line.
Alan Elder, just noticing your comment on the chat there, the railway stand, well the railway stand's not open, but the Keytech stand, which I think is what you mean, is open. 24 Dunfermline fans in there. The line that we were going with was that as the initial allocation sold out, we would do pay on the day if a significant number of lockups appeared, and we talked about 100 plus people, but we've ended up going with whoever wants to get it can get it. I mean, hell, Davey, the money's green, so
that's fine. Yeah, Weatherburn's going to shift this ball out. Always, if you're new to Raith TV, just to say to you that if there is a bit where there's a wee bit of banter or a story being told by either of us, the ball will be in an innocuous area of the ground. We always cut across each other if anything happens in the pitch, no matter how good the story or the bit of gossip that we're going to feed you. And we do like to feed a wee bit of gossip here and there if we pick it up.
Oh yeah. Just a wee bit.
Dunfermline throw-in. Higginbottom is chased down by Armstrong. Ball falls to Longridge. He goes all the way back. Ball's moved to Ashcroft. Ashcroft, he comes forward. Well played, Ashcroft. He challenged probably his own nerves there as he dinked the ball past Armstrong. If he'd got that wrong, that was going to be egg in the face because Armstrong was running in on goal. He got away with it. He'll be generous and say it was skillful. Gillespie. That's unlike him. Higginbottom, look at Higginbottom trying to get the ball and play quickly. Back to he. Oh, he's fortunate the way the ball falls. Driving in on Davidson. He's going to try and cut this across the goal. Thank you very much, says Robbie Thompson.
Gratefully accepted and restarts with a quick ball out to Ian Murray at right back.
It's a high, it's an up, it's an under, and the ball's one in the air. But that's asking a massive amount of Big Chris, isn't it? Tell you what, Ashcroft is a unit, isn't he? That's a 6'3" centre half. Showed that he was quite nimble with the feet there as well. That was a daring manoeuvre. Daring manoeuvre there is Longridge trying to a little drag back in front of Armstrong. Wins a throw in. Higginbottom, he's been instrumental for the visitors. Ball switched play towards Hippolyte. Oh, he's right into, that's a bit naughty. Crane is down and injured, and that's what we call a marker, isn't it?
Yes, it's taken a while, 17 minutes to lay that marker.
Crane's up and he's at it, but you know what? Apologies in advance if I'm going to go on a rant about referees. I always loathe when the yellow card comes out too easily, and that I think would have been too easy a yellow card. Maybe that's a wee sign that Bobby Madden's going to let the game run a bit, which in a derby it needs to run, because we go back to the Doogie Hill derby where the referee completely ruined that if you're wearing the dark blue spectacles.
Lost control.
Flanagan, Murray, that's far too much of Nathan there, and it'll be out for a goal kick. And a wee chance to get a wee sip of the cup of tea that have kindly been delivered. I'll tell you about our bothy here. We've got Neil Ingebrigtsen on tech support, myself and Neil Russell on commentary and on media duties across the day. Neil, of course, our designated media officer. To my left here we've got Ian Grieve, our cameraman this season. He's taking notes as we've got one of the other members of the team helping out today. One wins the ball in the middle of the park into my rear. We've got the young team of William and Molly, and Lindsay, who's just came to join us from helping in the ticket office. So it's all hands to the deck. Molly, you want to say hello? There we go. That's the commentary team today, and that's a foul for Raith Rovers. Oh, how on earth has he managed to give that to Dunfermline? He's given a throw.
So Alan C, you're asking where is the key text, and that is the newer stand.
It's the away railway stand.
Yeah, the away railway stand, yeah. But as a sponsor, so we have to call it the key text stand. It went up at the same time as the Hemon and McDermott stands in 1996. Rarely used. Rarely seen on TV because the cameras are always above it, so I'm not surprised that you...
Back with Robbie Thompson, who kicks it long. Up in the up.
Okay, they skied that one.
He's gone with Dunfermline there. That was a 50-50 decision for Madden there. Could have given that foul either way. Both players went down. And it's Ashcroft who moves out to Longridge, just in front of John McGlynn. Big centre half's moving at pace up the left hand side. He's trying to shepherd the ball out. Goal kick.
And so Ashcroft made that run down the left wing, and he's pulled all the way by his marker, Chris Duggan.
Yeah, well, the ball's just been knocked out from the back here. Can I take a minute to give a special thanks to Fraser Hughes and John Reid, Rovers down south. We'll tell you a story as we get into the first moments of the halfway point of the game. So we'll tell you about some developments technology-wise for Raith TV. Very exciting for us. And Fraser Hughes, John Reid have donated some additional cash to that, which has been given towards our regenerating our equipment by our sponsors, Rovers down south. We believe that the club have all of the sponsorship money as of this morning. We're very grateful, and these two lads have actually made a personal donation, which we can only extend our gratitude, and we hope you enjoy the coverage should you be at a distance.
Daniel Armstrong,
edge of the box, it's across the box. Oh, it's a good header by the centre half, because big Kyle Benedictus it was Duggan. I seen the orange boots. Raith Rovers chapping on the door there. Wedderburn, little pirouette and back to Davidson, but for a moment there it looked like Duggan was going to have the goals at his beck and call. Good ball, Armstrong. Davidson, dink ball into Duggan. Ashcroft's enjoying these balls. Gillespie finds Armstrong's up for it.
Yeah.
Lovely switch of play. Fair play to, is that Hippolyte?
Yeah, it was.
Back to Robinson. Lee Robinson's got such a lazy kicking style, hasn't he? It's very lackadaisical. He gets good distance, but never ever looks flustered, does he?
I wouldn't say Alan FR that it's a terrible game at the moment. It's a typical cup tie.
It's a derby and a cup tie, yeah.
Doesn't make it a terrible game.
It's light on goalmouth action, but it's heavy on nerve shredding, I have to say.
Corner count was 1 to Dunfermline. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. That was the one that was won as Higginbotham went down. The ball switched across from left to right. Armstrong will keep it in play. Oh, he's wiped out. Yellow card, referee, for Higginbotham. Surely that was malicious. Now the yellow card doesn't come out there, then it's open season. That was a terrible challenge by Higginbotham there, wasn't it?
Not good at all.
I thought that the Hippolyte one was a bit of leaving a marker. That was just wiping out a player. You can make your own mind up, of course, if you've got the pictures. Armstrong nudges the ball, and he's white. That's a shocker, Rooney.
Down you come.
Well, Madden, I'll tell you what, your cards won't be out today if that's how you're going to let the game roll. And if you're going to play that it's open season, yeah, bring it on. Here comes the free kick. It's into the edge of the penalty box, and it's out the other side without a connection for a goal kick. Flighted ball was dangerous, and it was in that Cliche alert. You want to do the drum roll? The corridor of uncertainty. Here comes the drum roll. Go over it, William. There we go. If we get a chance to wheel out, we love a staunching and we love a corridor of uncertainty.
Sick as a parrot. Ball forward there and headed out.
Goes back with James Cragen. Noticeably under a bit more pressure than he was in the earlier passages of play.
Yeah.
The ball's moved forward to Higginbottom's look-alike. Dunfermline advancing up the left-hand side, and I think they've won a corner. Goal kick.
Well played, Daniel Armstrong played it off Longridge and for the goal kick. He took a chance there. He went.
Do you think it's a corner or a goal kick?
I think it was. Yeah. There's no real argument from Longridge.
That's fair.
He went in like all guns blazing and made sure he got the ball and played it off Longridge.
If it had gone corner, I wouldn't have batted an eyelid. But it's played short to Davidson. It's now over the halfway line. And Ashcroft is going to be needing a Nurofen at half time because that ball's been stuck to his head. Higginbottom goes down under a challenge. His look-alike, who is James Vincent, picks the ball up.
And from Dundee apparently.
And Dunfermline switch play from right to left.
Well, and
Crane does well. A little bit of, it's a poor ball inside. We were gathering a little bit of momentum there. We know that Crane likes to go forward. That's a late one from Murray. The referee's playing an advantage, and it's Longridge who has the ball inside the final third.
Benny.
Says Kyle Benedictus.
There's some proper tackles in there, isn't there?
Well,
Murray was a wee bit wild on Higginbottom, but he didn't make a meal of it. I hate saying that, but he didn't.
No, fair play. No, I'm happy to be fair. I liked earlier on in the game where Ashcroft knocked over Davison and immediately went to check his feint. That's out of play. That'll be a Raith Rovers ball for a throw-in.
We're just looking at those of you on the chat page, your kind words about being able to watch and listen to Raith. Reminds me of what John said in his midweek interview. Why is this not the live game? It shows a lack of imagination, and I couldn't agree more.
Absolutely,
and he said,
balls flicked on. Sorry,
he
Neil.
made that point completely unprompted.
Good point. Good interview you done through the week, Neil. You've really, I think you've taken these midweek interviews up a level. They had a bit of a bedding in period, maybe across difficult circumstances with the revolving door of managers. But I'm thoroughly enjoying your Thursday night pieces.
And then the differing styles of our different managers.
Absolutely. Louis Vaughan, lovely little swivel of the body, and he buys a yellow card there, I think. And it's Danny Devine. Poor Danny, his first challenge.
Danny DeVito.
It's Danny DeVito.
The reason, Dave, there's only 25 minutes played, and it feels longer, doesn't it?
Oh, it's nerve-wracking. Little moment silence of a glug of tea there. Armstrong has the ball from the free kick. He's going round Hippolyte, who's moved wings, and he runs the ball out of play. Corner kick.
Yeah.
Hippolyte got a little touch in that.
Armstrong looked quite relaxed there after the ball went away from him, because he knew that Hippolyte had taken the touch, and the referee was there to back him up. Rovers corner.
Taken from the Pratt Street side, short to Vaughan. Armstrong's knocking it back. That's an absolute howling waste of a corner. Dave Mackay and Ross Matthews make their way back to the bench. We took the corner short, and Vaughan played the ball immediately 10 yards up the line and out for a throw-in. Really, really wasteful from Raith Rovers.
See what he was trying to do, but it just did not work.
Oh, wonderful. I'm just catching up with the chat board. Thanks for all your good words. As we say, it's a small team of kind of 4 or 5 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, and we've now got Jackie helping occasionally. 2 camera folks, a tech wizard. And what are we? We'll go with the talent rather than the gobs. Hippolyte's, in fact, is it a back 2? He's got in, he's advancing in the box. A chance for Dunfermline, it's across the box and it's out the other side. Hippolyte will have to recycle this if they're going to have a shot and goal. Longridge 20 yards out, left footed, it's into the box. Well played by Gillespie, and a throw in for Dunfermline. I would say that's the most dangerous moment of the game for Raith Rovers, as the ball's driven across the 6-yard box there.
Yeah. Just talking about the makeup of the Raith TV team, it reminds me of a scene from the IT crowd when he talked about the IT team. A genius, a high flyer, and a man from Ireland. We don't have any of those, but it's an eclectic mix, isn't it, David?
Well, I'm going to tell you off mic of some good wishes that we got for Raith Rovers today from our man from Ireland. I won't be able to repeat on mic what our Irish buddy said. to see he was on the team bus heading for Bayview, but it'll give you a smile. Dunfermline throw in, and Ian Davison should win that. He does. Wasteful by Higginbottom, and it's a cross towards Crane. Crane plays it up the line to Flanagan. Little step over, nearly gets in, but Crane keeps the run going. So we're a man over on the left hand side, a chance to deliver into the box. It's a cross, oh, and he doesn't connect, but Louis Vaughan has the best chance of the game. He could have side footed that into the corner of the net, and I'll tell you what, there are a number of backsides clenched a bit more firmly than they were moments ago, because Dunfermline have just got out of jail there. Louis Vaughan, the man you want the ball to fall to, scoops it past the keeper's right hand post, but he's getting in the right area. It was a good ball, and Dunfermline move it on.
A lot of people look at his
back two, he's fancying a run against Benedictus, but good covering from Callum Crane.
Make the point that a lot of people look at Louis Vaughan and he's not scoring as frequently as he did last season, but what he brings to the team is he's got that little bit of dynamism that you need.
James Cragen moves the ball out right, and it's now with Ashcroft on the halfway line. Dunfermline probing, good cover from Raith Rovers. They're making the visitors play the ball short, making the ball go back as many times as it goes forward. That was a little chancey switchy play there, got away with it. Big centre half likes to move forward, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Longridge on the left, looking for an overlap from Hippolyte. Hippolyte left, back to a right, and the ball's in the halfway line with Ashcroft. Over the top for Longridge to chase. He's going to scoop that left booted, edge of the box. Wedderburn wins it, thumps it clear, doesn't stand in ceremony. Duggan wins the ball, and he's brought down. Yeah,
on the breakaway.
You know, I'm really hoping that we don't see a yellow card, because probably 8 games out of 10 that's a yellow card. I think Bobby Madden's given real signals that he's going to let this game develop. And you know, I just let the guys get on with the game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a fan for screaming for yellow cards for everything. Dunfermline win the ball. That was a neat ball over the top there. Higginbottom's also switched sides. Down deep in the corner. Look at Hippolyte running from 30 yards away. Back two, he's going to cross this in. He does. Benedictus slips, but gets a good clearance. Balls to Higginbottom. He's at the edge of the 18-yard box, and that's shocking.
Again. His final ball has not been great, is it? Higginbottom, he's normally one of the more reliable ones. He's switched flanks, obviously, but he's having no more joy on the right than he was on the left.
Yeah, I mean, it was played kind of 20 yards further than it needed to be, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Thank you, Angelo. We enjoy your contribution to the chat board as well. I have to say, the chat board and how you self-police, how you get around the team, the humour and the positivity, it's something that all of us actually enjoy reading. We've got a Kindle Mark 1 here that we're reading off.
And I always in the evening go back and read through all the comments.
I do as well, yeah. I do as well. Well, that's interesting. Lee Robinson, good clearance, good distance.
Well up,
Penny right over the top, and the keeper should come out and take that. He does. 30 minutes played. Raith Rovers 0, the Neighbours 0. Played good clearance there from the goalkeeper. Oh, Wedderburn goes down under a challenge, no foul. Comes out the other side for Baktui. He's going to deliver into the box early. He does. Davidson clears it early. Is that James Craig is going to keep it in play? He's comfortable coming in a more advanced position. We know James has got that in his locker. Strikes a nice set piece, but we don't see that side of his game. Ewan Murray clears it out to as far as Hippolyte.
I think we'll always remember that volley goal against Allardyce by Hagen.
Three passes, and Dunfermline advancing there. Well in, Callum Crane got in front of Baktui there. Falls over the top. Good header by Benedictus, but falls to a black and white jersey. There's a foul, I think. Yeah, Madden's got that one right, and this is a chance for a shot on goal for Dunfermline. 32 minutes played. And I may be the first voice in Scotland to say this, but for me, Bobby Madden has got absolutely nothing wrong thus far. I like how he's let the game go. I think he's got the major calls right. And This is going to be a strike on the Rovers goal from distance. Is that Tom Beadling?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Possibly back two. He's can't quite see behind the referee. It's Hippolyte. It's a sizable wall. 4, 5 Rovers players in there. Hippolyte, it's over the ball. It's a screamer of an effort and past the post.
Oh,
that was close, Neil.
My life flashed before my
I
eyes.
got a chance
there
to see the replay there. Hippolyte strikes it towards the keeper's left-hand post. Possibly wasn't as good as our vantage point suggested, but
as Bond would say, it presented no significant problem.
It's fine for you to say that, but I just had a head rush as I thought that was going far too close. I was going to be reaching for the toffles there to get my blood sugar level up.
After the replay.
Good kick from Robbie Thompson. 33 minutes played.
Flicked on by Duggan.
It's having a little bit more success in the last 5 minutes or so. Over the top. Raith Rovers to deal with. Crane. Wedderburn. Crane. Benedictus. Thompson. And if they shift it his right boot and hit it long. Oh, he dinks a little pass over the top to Murray.
Very confident.
Murray, nice header into Armstrong. Higginbottom made that difficult for him. It's a 50-50 ball in the middle of the park that I think that may well be Beadling comes away with.
Yeah. Shoot all the way by Vaughan and Armstrong. So did well there.
Reagan runs. No, I thought he'd ran the ball out of play. Referee says no. Benedictus has the ball. He's going to get distance in this. There's a time to stand in ceremony and it's not now. Raith Rovers putting distance between our goal and the ball. It's a shanked clearance that falls fortuitously for Lee Robinson. He puts distance in it as well. Higginbottom and Benedictus at it with each other there. Davidson mops up.
Great understanding for Davidson and Crane.
John McGlynn unhappy with the use of the ball from defensive area there as we gift it back to Dunfermline on 34 minutes. The scoreline's level, and I would say absolutely the only thing that separates these two teams is one yellow card for Dunfermline.
Yeah.
Because no quarter has been asked nor given by both sets of players. There's a ball played into the middle of the park that Benedictus has to clear up. He's played it long and deep and into the corner. Dunfermline have got bodies buzzing about the ball. Wedderburn, is he fouled? Referee says yes.
Took a while there.
Yeah, he went down in instalments. Yeah, we'll take the free kick, but to be honest, it's one of them that had he played on, I wouldn't have been spitting out my falsies. Another high, long ball. I think that would be the one criticism that that absolutely mobbed South Stand would have. A ball's flicked on there, and back to he was 2 yards offside there at least. Easily 2 yards. But play rages on. Higginbottom, he finds back to edge of the box. He's came inside the Raith Rovers box.
Goal kick.
I don't quite know how to describe that one as he seems to stub his toe on it.
As the kids on the internet say, what was that?
Robbie Thompson will restart play. It was got himself in a good position, but seemed to kind of stub his toe on the ball really.
Yeah, a sclaff. Maybe a sclaff.
So Thompson, how do you summarise the game so far? 35 minutes played, Neil.
Full-blooded.
Yeah.
Full-bodied.
I think you've had too much wine. Mind you, that'll be your craft ale talking there.
Yes.
Murray's going to have to get rid of this. Out for a Dunfermline throw in. He's made the right decision there.
We're having some more of that tonight. Big night out tonight.
This one's taken back to Longridge. Longridge to Beadling. Dunfermline moving the ball back, but holding possession. Ball over the top. Davison should. Oh, lovely. Not only does Davison win a great header, but he plays it to the side rather than forward. Unfortunately, we give it away. Higginbottom shanked one. It's going to fall with a Dunfermline player in the box. This is dangerous. This is a shot. This is a block. It's an amazing save.
Well done,
amazing save by Robbie Thompson.
He's a Dean Linus. Did you see that? I mean, that was a point blanker, and he just spread himself out.
Hippolyte got the benefit of the ball falling to him. In line with the penalty spot, he takes the ball to the right hand side. There's the shot, it's driven in. Some bodies get in the way of it. There's a block by Benedictus. He comes in, he's 6 yards out. What a save, it's an absolute humdinger of a save there. Referee decides not to book Longridge for a foul on Armstrong. I was watching the replay to talk through that amazing save by Robbie Thompson there.
Just captured it and no
that
more.
Wedderburn's really quite enraged by that.
I think he's saying that's the worst foul of the game so far, and you've not booked him. But I think
37 minutes played.
Minor moans.
Raith
from
Rovers'
Madden.
best chance was that side-footed shot past the post from Louis Vaughan, but the standout chance is that from Hippolyte. I was on my way down to put my head in my hands, making sure that I didn't smash my specs on this little vantage point we've got in front of us. So sure was I that was going to be side-footed into the net. But Robbie Thompson, wonderful. 2 amazing saves last Saturday to make sure that we had a point. Let's not overlook them. We were talking with good grace for the saves that Hutton made for Airdrie. But Robbie Thompson's done it again. Beadlam's just manhandled Flanagan off the ball. Higginbottom, Dunfermline fancy this. They seem to have moved it up a bit. Higginbottom overplays the ball again, and Murray's going to look to just get this distance and up the line. Ball falls short, but it falls to Ashcroft. Longridge. Hippolyte dinks it into the box. Benedictus, Marvin Andrews-esque, headers it from about a yard off the ground. Referees given an advantage here. It's into the 6-yard box and it's hooked out there. Raith Rovers are under a significant period of pressure here. 38 minutes on the clock. It's the most worrying it's been for us as the game advances. Higginbottom. Ball goes back to Cragen. That might be Danny Devine who's played the ball back to Ashcroft. Ashcroft has it again. He's looking to probe a ball through the middle, the big centre half. He's travelled 15 yards inside our defensive area, and under no pressure, it's James Vincent. Gives us the ball back. Gillespie has just not got his foot on the ball so far. Grant Gillespie.
No.
Over the top, and the fullback should win this, does win it, and wins it with good skill as well, because he's found one of his players. Across the back four. If anyone have the ball, you get the feeling that the first goal is going to be absolutely vital as James Cragen has the ball. 6 minutes to half time. Has to go backwards. Beadling. Ashcroft. Longridge, he's on the halfway line. Dinks the ball forward. Davo wins that. Oh, nice little dink from Murray. Oh, Gillespie's he's misplaced the pass, but it's felt to Flanagan. We're lucky. We'll take it. Oh, another poor ball there.
But he's got away with it.
But he's got away with it too as it goes with Duggan. And the ball's out of play. 3 poor passes, and it's out for a Dunfermline throw. John McGlynn, not a happy bunny. Throwing for Dunfermline right in front of their dugout, so it's not in the most concerning of areas. I take it me and you'll be hitting whatever sweeties we can get our hands on to get the blood sugar level up at half time. Neil, we've avoided the toffees so no munching through the first half here. Duggan brings the ball down, there's a little overlap, he falls as he plays it, it's asking too much of Louis Vaughan. Ashcroft will play it to Longridge, comes inside, they work it out well. Maybe not so well as the ball goes back to Lee Robinson. Louis Vaughan closes him down. Enough time for them to play it all the way across the back four. Dunfermline have it, 20 yards from their own goal. Stay strong, Rovers, good advice, Bobby.
Very much so, yeah.
Dunfermline, the centre half has the ball there. Nudges it forward to Higginbottom, playing far more central now. Gets it into Hippolyte. There's 4 players for Dunfermline in advanced positions. Good marking with Higginbottom comes in. Oh, he's dinked it over, and Murray's going to have to be careful here. He's inside the box. Higginbottom dinks it back post. It should be cleared. It is, but it falls to Devine. Devine out to Longridge. Longridge to Higginbottom. Dunfermline are going to dink this into the box, and Davo will say thank you very much as he thumps that.
Easy meat for him.
Up to Duggan and out for a throw in. Raith Rovers let the ball run. And we could do the half-time whistle just now, Neil.
Definitely, yeah. Dunfermline just exerting a bit of pressure, passing it around.
Longridge. He's got a bit of skill for a fullback.
Yep.
Joe Thompson, he's played a lovely ball. I think he's overplayed it, thankfully. Good vision there from Joe Thompson. Thankfully, there was too much on it. The thing is, we swap over at half time for commentary, and you'll take 35 minutes to get any grasp on who these players are. I'm 42 minutes in, and I'm now picking out who's playing midfield, as we've seen them close enough to note their numbers. And he's the guy with the Beatles mop top, he's the guy with the orange boots. Robbie Thompson, star of the first half for Raith Rovers. Is it Ian Davidson? Back to he closes them down. Oh, Davidson's shot, but we get away with it. Dunfermline come away with the ball though. Back to he's got an overlap here. Hippolyte plays in back to he. Overruns it. Goal kick Raith Rovers. I'm very conscious in the derby, Neil, when I'm commentating here, is to play down some of the drama, and as the ball goes, to immediately say, goal kick, save.
Yes.
We've had people in the past that says, the drama we sometimes think, is that a goal, is that a save, is it? So we're quickly going, goal kick, overruns it.
Good point, actually. Another chance for Robbie Thompson to practice his goal kicking technique. Knowing what we know about the stadium clock, I think half time is not far away. There'll be no significant stoppages, so
we always know when the half time scoreboard is so accurate because it's controlled from this very box.
Exactly. Yeah.
Primarily Neil's responsibility. As we say, jobs of thousands, task of few. Great to be involved supporting the club on a voluntary basis. Hippolyte plays it to back to he. It's 20 yards out. Davidson in front of him. Drags it into his right foot. He's looking for a shooting opportunity. Gets it round the corner, but Armstrong's unable to keep it in play, but it'll be a throw in. Yep, throw in Dunfermline. Longridge comes to take it. Longridge looks like he could do with a half time whistle, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Back to Longridge. To Hippolyte. Longridge keeps it in play. Now the flag's up. Throw in Raith Rovers. Longridge and Armstrong are having a little go at each other. Longridge doing that leaning your head on thing, which is it's a bit futile, isn't it?
Yeah.
As I say, it's the ball up. Oh, there's a foul on Chris Duggan. Longridge is having a little random couple of minutes to himself here. As I say, I think he looks like
having a moment.
He's gone a wee bit.
Yeah.
Come on, the Rovers, is a shout from outside the commentary box. I agree entirely. I'm happy with what I've seen first half. Playing a team, a division up in a derby, under pressure, and we've done okay. Half time whistle goes.
Hello and welcome back to the start of the second half of the Rovers against Dunfermline 0-0. Rovers are the game's kicked off with shooting towards the south stand. Ball is up in the air. Higginbottom and Crane are on each other's cases, and Crane gets the better of him. It's going to be a throw in. Callum Crane's going to take it. Chris Duggan competes and it comes off the head of Beadling, and it's another Rovers throw. Nathan Flanagan takes it very quickly into the path of the Louis Vaughan. Past his marker, edge of the box. Rides a challenge. Gets the ball, digs it out.
You got that wrong, referee.
No, that's not a foul.
Vaughan just caught the ball and the ball ricocheted off the player's ankle, I think, Neil.
Yep. Somehow given us a free kick, but there you go anyway. Lee Robinson to take that. The Dunfermline player involved in that incident was James Cragen, playing it right back, usually, as we said in the first half. Lee Robinson, the kick forward. Benny underneath it, heads it on to Duggan. Tangles with his marker. Benny has to step in, gets the clearance away. Up in the air on the halfway line, Nat wins it in the air. Comes down onto the foot of Armstrong. Tried to get away with his marker, but Longridge. Armstrong had a bit of a ding-dong do today, haven't they, Davey?
Yeah. Longridge was a player that chatted with folk at half-time that people felt was fortuitous not to have a yellow card.
Yeah. Cragen advances up the right, into the feet of back to 1-0 and cleared by Benedictus. And Duggan slipped just as he was about to compete for that ball. Over the top it comes. Flanagan. Cragen nicks in though. Higginbottom combines with him. Cragen still on wide right. Plays it off Flanagan and out for a Parr's throw in. An age for the
first little song there from the Dunfermline travelling fans. Don't know what it is yet. It seems to be humming and clapping a melody of some sort.
Reagan wide right, keeps it in. Higginbottom helps him out. Back to Cragen, crosses it in, or attempts to cross it in and out for another family throw in. Cragen takes it quickly to Higginbottom. Flanagan nicks in. Parr's still on the ball. Higginbottom.
Oh, they bought the dummy there.
Cross in and headed out by Davidson. Cragen gets on the end of it. Up in the air it goes. Cragen brings it down really well. Infield he comes. Past Wedderburn. Squares it. Hippolyte.
That's a terrible shot from a great position from Hippolyte. Yeah. James Cragen, the bit of Archie Gemmell going on there.
Robbie Thompson, big ball forward, but Gillespie picks up the slack out to Armstrong, attacking down the right. Two men on him and they tackle each other and concede a throw in. There's Hippolyte and I think Longridge that teamed up on Armstrong there. Ball comes in, Louis Vaughan down by the corner flag, one man on his back, one after him, wins the corner, yes. Yeah, here we go. Davey looking slightly doubtful as to that call there, but
I was expecting him to go goal kick. Yeah, but we take that, and I do feel that a set piece is our best chance. Wedderburn, Benedictus, Davidson in the box.
Corner comes in.
Keeper stayed in his line.
Headed out. Thompson gets it away. Vaughan picks it up. Oh, Murray sold them a short one there, and Higginbottom racing away.
This is dangerous.
Ball into Faisal El Baktui. Crane in front of him, he's edge of the box, he shoots, and terrible effort. And the overlapping player, I think Thompson, Joe Thompson is going absolutely doolally at El Baktui for not squaring that.
We had left 3 players back, but it was the intelligence of the ball from Higginbottom that dragged us all over the place.
It was, yeah. Pass back to Robinson, deals with it easily, controls it with his feet. Goes short to one of his good members. Danny Devine, Danny Devine. Thompson on the ball. Out to Cragen. Thompson again. Into the channel, but Faisal nearly nicked in ahead of Benedictus, but Crane helps him out. Davidson, back to Robbie Thompson. Gets it away. Duggan battling away there, and Nat Wedderburn steps in and just steamrollers through the ball, and Armstrong tries to keep the ball going, but Dunfermline came away with it. Away on the left hand side, Longridge. A run down the left, crosses in, headed out by Murray. Gillespie first times it away over his shoulder, only as far as Ashcroft, I think it is. Yeah, Ashcroft. Louis Vaughan trying to put some pressure on the centre halves. They combine in the middle, Beadling gets to Higginbottom. Spreads it out wide to Longridge. Well done, he keeps it in. Sails the dummy to Armstrong. Crosses it in. Corner. Deflected for a corner. The Dunfermline fans turn to roar their team on for this set piece. Then obviously there was no changes at half time. We would have said that if there was, and there's no sign of any something made as yet. It's been only 51 minutes played. Higginbottom. Higginbottom's about to take this corner, takes it short. Charge down. Comes back into the area. Gillespie.
Let it bounce.
Yeah. Higginbottom squares it, but Louis Vaughan's alert. He nicks in, gets it away. Something for Armstrong to chase, but it's out for a throw.
visiting fans who are in finer voice.
Yeah.
They certainly got the better of the game.
Now Bennett's great challenge there into the feet of Vaughan. Armstrong gets it back to Armstrong, but they lose out to numbers in the Dunfermline midfield. Longridge out to Thompson, I think that is. Crosses in from deep. It's more of a crossfield ball. Higginbottom brings it down his chest, lays it off to Craigan. To Higginbottom. Crane gets a foot in there, and Nathan Flanagan gets a chance to move forward. Challenged by Devine and knocked to the floor, but nothing given. Game goes on. Hippolyte central, spreads it out to Longridge. Back to Thompson. Thompson to Devine. Further. Vincent. Cross comes in from the left. Crane just gets ahead on it and flicks it out for a throw-in. All Dunfermline so far, pretty much, isn't it, Davey?
Yeah, certainly the second half's been dominated, with the ball being in our final third. Not a huge amount for Thompson to do so far, but it's a worry.
Higginbottom keeps a hold of it. Reagan pressured by Vaughan.
We just seem that all we can do just now is clear the ball. We're
Yeah.
clearing the ball and it's coming right back in on top of us.
Tony Dingwall sent to warm up. I wonder if that's a sign. We're approaching 52 minutes in. Is it going to be an early change?
Really impressed with what we saw last week, Neil. You were raving about him, weren't you?
Yeah. Very direct. Reagan on the right hand side. Funny feet, fast feet, clever feet. Crossed across the goal.
Where's it falling? Oh, Vaughan, well done.
Spreads it out to Armstrong. If he gets his jets on yet, he gets it.
Oh, unlucky, wee man.
Just rode that first challenge really well. But the second man was there just to end that attack. Gillespie and Murray combined there. Gillespie all the way back to Davidson. Davidson, big ball forward. Duggan up and challenging. Gets past.
Oh, there's a last man foul.
That's a last man
The
foul.
linesman saw it. It's got to be a red card.
Red. Off and
Dunfermline down to 10.
Now that is the captain, Mr. Lee Ashcroft, who's had a very good game so far, but
Chris Duggan got in behind him.
He was clever there.
Oh, the camera's gone a little bit out of focus there on a key moment. What we can tell you is that it was a stonewall red card. Dunfermline fans may argue that there was a covering man, but the intent was there to wipe out the last player. And it's now game on, because while Dunfermline had the advantage in terms of dominating the ball and the ball in the final third, I think that we can be a little bit more creative now.
You wonder what their tactic's going to be, because obviously Ashcroft's off, trudging down the tunnel. Everyone is back defending this free kick, even Faisal Al-Baktui.
Ashcroft's not in a hurry to leave the pitch. I said to Tom Phillips before the game, former Raith Rovers director, that the referee would have a big decision on him today. Dunfermline are immediately going to their bench.
Louis Vaughan, I think, to take this, or maybe Armstrong into the wall, hacked clear. Duggan picks up the slack. He's got time. He can get it back to
Mark Durnan it is who's getting stripped.
Half,
Lovely incentive for Raith Rovers.
Armstrong, Hippolyte. Do well to combine there and get it away.
Well done, Benny, for pulling out that challenge, because they almost bought himself an immediate yellow card there. He was going to wipe that player out. Intelligent to just delay the challenge.
The breakout came to nothing, and it started out for a throw in for the Rovers. Gillespie's got it wide right. Acres of space in front of him and time. Over the top he goes, but headed out for another Rovers throw. Aye?
Well, it's Raith Rovers who have got a throw in just in front of the railway stand, midway up. Looks like it'll be Ewan Murray to take it. Dunfermline are going to make a substitution. It'll be Durnan who will be coming on, and Hippolyte who will be coming off. It's been Hippolyte who's had what I would call a distinguished miss. He's been a handful today, his Miles Hippolyte. He's a player that I've seen have great games, particularly going back to his Falkirk days, obviously Livingston as well, but he's also seen some games out with more of a whimper than a bang. I'm not dejected to see Hippolyte leaving the playing surface, Neil.
Right,
So a good afternoon.
Yeah.
Albeit that, let's call it a wonder save from Robbie Thompson rather than a...
I would have said it was always going to be a wide player to go off in an event of, you always find it's going to be a so-called luxury player. Dunnan Big solid centre half, Dundee United, ex-Queen of the South, amongst others, I'm sure. Rovers throw in though. Not been taken yet. Murray takes it into Vaughan, controls it. Held up and out for another Rovers throw. Gillespie takes it quickly to Vaughan.
Too quick.
Crowded out there, and Gillespie blocks it and keeps the move alive down the right. Murray comes away with it, squares it to Vaughan. The tackles are flying in fairly.
Oh, it's meaty stuff out there.
Yeah.
I think the referee's got another big decision to make in this game. I can see a penalty or another red card. Not been a dirty game per se.
Definitely not, no. Definitely not, no. The one bad tempered incident was that little thing down in the corner with
Longridge.
Armstrong and Longridge, and that was nothing really. It was just two players imposing themselves. And Davison let that one go. Wedderburn, Higginbottom spreads it out, and Cragen's going to keep that in as well there. Down the line to Faisal. Benny in hard.
Well, Dunfermline fans are going to be desperate for a yellow card at every challenge we make. Benedictus gets a yellow. I missed that one, Neil. What was your view of it?
Yeah, well, I couldn't see the actual ball at Faisal's feet, but the way that Benedictus went, he went in hard, and Faisal went right up into the air.
My concern is here that we lose this one-man advantage, because
interesting to note that it's Liam Buchanan looking at the crib sheets on the dugout.
Dingwall looks ready to come on though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's
looks advanced warm-up.
Doing Dingwall swatting up for him. It's going to be Higginbottom takes this free kick. Dunning gets ahead in it, but Gillespie gets it away. Higginbottom challenges in the midfield, shoots outrageously from distance, and is nowhere near the goal. Dunfermline didn't even go. Ooh.
There wasn't even a whoosh in that.
No. Quickly taken to Davidson in the right back spot. On to Daniel Armstrong's feet. On to the chest of Chris Duggan, but well marked for Dundon, and Duggan's lost out again. He's had a tough day at the office, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yep.
Having said that, you know, his tag of fastest man in the Rovers squad, one of the fringe players was saying to me through the week, was well earned when he got beyond Ashcroft to draw that foul, the red card. Higginbottom, Beadling in the midfield. Beadling forced back the way. Durnan. Louis Vaughan gets in there and wins the ball.
How strong is that?
Yeah.
Louis Vaughan, wonderful.
Wedderburn, Gillespie. But they let Longridge in. Murray couldn't tackle him, or else he was going to be booked himself. Longridge. And Benedictus just sees that out.
That is magnificent between the goalkeeper and Benedictus. That's crazy short throw out there. We've invited pressure on top of ourselves. I don't know what we're doing there. We've got the ball out, but that's crazy stuff, Raith Rovers. Crazy stuff. The ball's right back on top of us.
So Higginbottom and Cragen combine on the right hand side, cross right to the back post. Murray heads it.
Chance.
Breaks.
Corner kick, Dunfermline. Great block by Ian Davidson. What in the name are we doing as we clear our lines?
Pathetic, wasn't it?
Benedictus and Thompson have a magnificent piece of communication, and the goalkeeper rolls it out 2 yards, effectively to a Dunfermline player.
Yeah. McGlynn's just, I don't know what the word's saying, but the body language says calm it down. He's got the hand gestures going and everything. Dunfermline corner. Just get your head screwed on, guys. Corner comes in, back post. Another
corner
shot
kick.
Blocked and out for a corner. 10-man Dunfermline knocking at the door.
Yeah, Chris Duggan's hobbling about there. He's the one that's blocked the ball out for the corner.
Dingwall not coming on just yet. It's
jacket's on.
Buchanan is doing a more energetic warm up now. Higginbottom to take this corner. Corner comes in. Headed on and wide of the goal. Well wide, you would think, from the way that was from the reaction from the Rovers players and Robbie Thompson. Robbie Thompson had the option of Benedictus short, but this time he opted to go long. As John McGlynn just said, calm it down. So for Robbie Thompson. A relatively short run up, aiming for Duggan. Up with Devine. Over it comes. Davison gets a foot in. Gillespie to Murray. Murray to Armstrong.
He's not had a run at anyone at all today, has he?
And Longwood's got the better of him, and Murray has to help him out, but only as far as Thompson. Murray again throws himself out, but Thompson gets the break of the ball. Thompson comes central. Squares it to Craigan. Out to Higginbottom. Challenge comes in from Crane. Flanagan helps him out. Crane comes away with it. Approaches the halfway line. Oh, can't get it to Vaughan, and Craigan picks up the slack ball. Vaughan's biting back at him and wins the ball.
No, referee, you got that wrong. Great challenge with Louis Vaughan there. Really, really good body strength. James Craigan wasn't looking for the foul, and it's getting a bit bitty in some of these decisions, isn't it?
Louis Vaughan just dusting himself down. He hit the deck there and he made that challenge.
He's got good physical strength, Louis Vaughan, isn't he? I saw that a couple of times today.
Craigan to Durnan. Back to Craigan. Back to Durnan. Long and diagonal. Thompson will do well to keep this, and he can't. In fact, no, he does, and Murray picks it up by the corner flag. Davidson, big ball forward. Nat. Over the head of Nat. Higginbottom, central. Shoots. Oh no, he did this. Craigan spreads out to him. Into the box. Byline. Crosses it in across goal. Gillespie gets it away. Higginbottom picks up the loose, but Vaughan nicks in there and knocks it forward. Out for a Dunfermline throw in front of Paul Smith and John McGlynn.
James Craigan's the most dangerous player, I think, for Dunfermline, playing as closely followed more into a right midfield berth.
Craigan with the throw in, still not taking it. In it comes. Flanagan gets it away only as far as Craigan. Vaughan held down. Craigan comes away on the right hand side. Squares it with Nat Wedderburn. Gets a foot on it. Comes forward. Has speed. Oh. Not on the same wavelength then. Dunfermline come away with it. Through ball, and Thompson, Robbie Thompson, gratefully accepts that one.
Yeah, Dingwall's getting told that you're on in 2 minutes. It's got to be Flanagan for me.
Yeah, definitely.
He's just looked at sea today.
Yeah.
It was captured in that moment where he just completely lost his position on the pitch and didn't even shank the ball out. It was a kind of air shot, wasn't it?
Davidson, big diagonal to Duggan. Up against Durnan, all the way, and Durnan just hoofs it out of the pitch and off the roof of the main stand. And so it can be taken for a quick throw by Callum Crane, which he does. Back to Nat Wedderburn. Into Vaughan, spins. Armstrong goes out wide. Into Murray. Armstrong gets it back. Crosses it in. Controlled in the chest by Vaughan. Brings it down on the D. Terrible final ball, and Dunfermline come with it. Longridge. Big ball forward. Davis underneath it, controls it.
Well done, Murray. 25 minutes remaining, Neil.
Yep. Gillespie to Crane.
There's a shout for Tony.
Wedderburn gets it onto the foot of Crane, but Higginbottom just got a foot in there. Another throw in. Dingwall comes running back to get ready for the final time. Wedderburn to Benedictus. Benedictus to Davidson. Going down the right again, I think, Davey.
Yeah, looks like it.
Armstrong offers himself short. Closely marked, he has to go back the way to Gillespie. Gillespie to Benedictus. Nat Wedderburn offers himself short. Back to Benedictus. I mean, the theory is that, as long as we've got it, they can't do anything with it. So Wedderburn takes the opportunity to spread it out wide. Murray brings it down. Back to Gillespie. Gillespie to Murray. First time to Armstrong, but the Dunfermline defence were wise to that. Vincent. Gillespie tries to press, but then they get it away. Vincent again. And Thompson, I think that might be. Wedderburn, he can't get past him, but he does. And Murray. Murray uses his strength and pace to get beyond Thompson and gets the ball away. Wedderburn to Murray. Murray to Davidson. Long he goes. Up for Duggan. Comes off at a the wrong angle from the defender's head, but Dunn clears up and pumps it forward. Crane underneath it, gets a head on it, and it breaks for Davidson.
Gillespie.
Yep. Ball to feet. Flanagan. Vaughan ahead of him. Flanagan spreads it out to Duggan. Comes in field. His cross charge down. Callum Crane's going to take the throw in. Out it went. And the sub's going to be made. Tony Dingwall on, we know that much. Our guest, Davey's guest, was Nathan Flanagan. And indeed, you're right, Davey. He somehow looks a bit put out by that. I don't really know why.
It's just not happened for him at all.
Not a good day.
I felt I was quite strong in my assertion that that was going to be the substitute. He looks like a player who really needs a good game.
Yeah.
He looks like a player who knows it. He looks frustrated by his performance.
He's not happy, is he, at all?
Not happy at all. I like Dingwall. I thought he looked excellent last week. There was a directness to him which
straight
which I really
slope
liked.
there. Flanagan off Dingwall on. Armstrong still wide on the right. Murray crosses it from deep. Lofts it up for Duggan.
Oh, there's a penalty. Shout referee!
A shoulder height. And it's
penalty,
a penalty.
Rovers!
You did say, Davey. There's another big call to go, and it's a penalty to the Rovers. Louis Vaughan has got the ball in his hand. He's not going to be giving it up for man nor beast. In front of the south stand, Bobby Madden's given a penalty.
But he's not giving it. He's not booking the player.
No.
That's very unusual.
Well, yeah, I suppose it is.
Oh no. Oh, that was lovely. I'm just going to describe that moment as your young lad leans forward and strokes his dad on the back and gives his Saturday uncle a stroke in the baldy head to say, "Calm down, lads." Well done, young man.
His mad uncle. So Vaughan with a penalty. Approaching it from the left-hand side. He's going to hit this right-footed. Just checks.
Yellow.
Lee Robinson boot.
Is that a yellow card for time wasting? Big moment.
Yes! Well done, boys.
Rovers won now!
David, can you just take over for a second while I
Microphone removed from the headset for a moment because I know these go a bit Jimi Hendrix here. Raith Rovers won, Dunfermline of 10 men nil, 69 minutes played. It was a stonewall penalty kick that Bobby got nothing wrong. Madden called. There's a smoke bomb, enough flares being gone off there's a flare on the pitch. That's not good.
That is just stupid from the Rovers fans.
Just damaged 5-6 flares. Oh no!
Oh, cretinous behaviour, and that's about as far as I can go, David. So we're going to have to get the buckets of sand out. The game's going to have to stop. Everyone's momentum's been lost. Our momentum's been lost.
69 minutes played. Raith Rovers 1, Dunfermline 0. We reckon there's about 5 smoke bombs on the pitch, belting out blue and white.
Phone them.
It's happening down in the main stand side. Well done, the stewards have made a very quick response, pouring some sand, I'm guessing, on that. But they've now just damaged Raith Rovers' pitch. They've now just got the club a fine. And the kitman, our groundsman, Eric Swinley. That's really dampened down the enthusiasm of a goal. I'm so annoyed by that.
I mean, what possesses people to bring that sort of thing to get to football matches anyway?
Well, the Raith Rovers fans in the south stand, let's get back to business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Raith Rovers 1, Dunfermline 0, 69 minutes played when the incident happened, and the south stand are belting out a Raith Rovers song.
And of course, those smoke bombs have been sanded, but they now have the piles of sand and the bombs themselves have to be taken off the pitch. So we have still not.
Gordon Adamson, the matchday announcer who celebrates 20 years in that voluntary post today, got a lovely certificate. Got to get a certificate signed by all his fellow volunteers in the club, gifted to him by Bill Clark before the game, and we were having a little bit of ironic humour here that as he was getting his award, the microphone went on the blink. A very Raith Rovers thing to happen. And he lets the word be known that if you've thrown these, if we find out who you are, you will be ejected from the ground, and I would expect
indeed,
that Bill
Dave,
Clark will
sorry.
absolutely go furious about this.
The local constabulary are up in the section where they were thrown from, and I'm hoping that people round say it was that wee naff there that did it.
They've brought our club into disrepute, and they've taken the edge off the game.
Yep.
We're winning 1-0, we've just scored a penalty, and we've certainly got 3 minutes. I reckon it was about 68, 69 when that happened, so I'm saying that we're looking at 3 minutes added on for the moment. Tony Coventry.
David, can I just get you to clarify? We've had Benedictus booked, haven't we? Is that all?
For Raith Rovers, we've had Benedictus. For Dunfermline, we've got the red card. We've got...
and they've got one. They've got a silly wee person who's through a smoke bomb, and he's been escorted out. Now he's going to miss the rest of the game. He might even find himself get arrested and charged. I hope they throw the book at him. Yeah.
And he may well actually be fined that he might get a wee bill from Raith Rovers for a significant amount of damage to our pitch. Game's underway. Neil will get himself back together. We think 2 to 3 minutes will be added on, but it's game underway with the score 1-0 Raith Rovers. It was a stonewall penalty, and Bobby Madden got it right. Chris Duggan. Come on, Raith Rovers, let's push this advantage now. We've got them rattled. Over to you, big man.
Gets involved. Nat Wedderburn steps in. The ball breaks fortuitously. Duggan picks it up. Nifty footwork from the big man. Dingwall. Vaughan. Armstrong now on this left-hand side. To Vaughan. Comes in field. Crosses it. And off the defender's head. And into the grateful waiting arms of Lee Robinson. So yellow cards, Davey, was Benedictus, red card, and that was it.
Just that's the yellow card for us. But we've got, for the visitors, we've got Danny Devine and we've got Lee Robinson on a yellow. Right, that one's played down into the corner. Louis Vaughan's going to take Durnan on a walk. Durnan gets round him and throws a boot at it, and it's a Raith Rovers throw. I'm going to take over the commentary while Neil does some of his other social media. He'll jump in when he's ready, but throw in Raith Rovers that Callum Crane will look to take. He throws it all the way back to Benedictus. 17 minutes plus probably 2-3 stoppage, so we reckon 20 minutes to be played. The eyes of Scottish football are on Starks Park today. We're the featured game on BBC tonight. Scottish Cup drama here, and if somebody had said to me walking up to the game there would be 17 minutes remaining, would be a goal to the good and a man up, I would have gave them a hug and thanked them gratefully for their offer.
David, getting back to penalty, I was so relieved to see it go in. I didn't even see, did he go right, left, or straight down the middle?
Vaughan put it to his left. Keeper made a dive the right way, but it had too much elevation on it.
Okay, fair enough.
Great strike under pressure, and Louis Vaughan was given. He was holding that ball like it was his firstborn. Ball's over the top there, and it looks like Raith was trying to get in the back, but it'll be a goal kick there.
And I've got to say, Davey, that we seem to have swapped roles. You're on lead commentary, I'm on Sunrise, but I've got to say that it's got that feel of, even though we know that Dunfermline weren't doing great in the Championship, it still feels a relief to get that goal.
Absolutely. I couldn't see it coming.
No.
I couldn't see the first goal coming, but now I'm fancying we might get another.
Are they not the sweetest victories though?
Flags up. You ready to jump on in again?
I am,
Go for it.
Duggan there, flag up for offside. Duggan caught offside, using his legendary pace to get himself offside. Free kick, Lee Robinson to take, all on yellow. It wasn't from there, big man. And you'll be sent back. No. So just one of those things that frustrates sometimes, but Robinson takes that free kick straight to Gillespie though, who just knocks it out, and Doc Green sends it out for the throw-in. James Cragen to take. 75 minutes played, but I've still reckon we've got 18 minutes to play.
And we've got a lot of football still to go.
Dingwall flicks it on. Gillespie battling away there. Gets it away. Dingwall wide right. Past his man. Taken down, but fairly.
Good challenge that by is it Beadling?
Beadling, yeah.
It doesn't sound like a footballer's name, doesn't it? I feel a bit disrespectful when beadling about.
Tom Beadling, yeah.
Tom Beadling, yeah.
Sounds like an RAF captain.
Yeah, he does. He's had a good game, He's
Biffa Beadling there.
Oh, Biffa Beadling. That's lasting. Well done, Neil.
Crane to Wedderburn. Crane to Dingwall. Keeps a hold of it.
Oh, lovely.
Past his man, Durnan says, enough of that.
Enough of that fancy footwork, says big Durnan, and he thumps it out of the pitch.
Oofs it out.
Well, the McDermott stand is jam-packed and as quiet as you could imagine. The South stand's actually in a little moment of calmness as well. Wedderburn has the ball. Gillespie, Crane wins a throw in.
Vincent was right on top of him, wasn't he, Davey, there?
Yeah.
So
James
Crane
Vincent.
trying to take the throw. Looking up for, Vaughan just taking him, but Dingwall gets the break of the ball. 3 people round him and Durnan strides clear with it.
Oh, he's a powerful player, isn't he? Nice ball as well.
Thompson comes away with it. Gillespie trailing in his wake, can't keep up. Spread out. And he stumbles and Murray just gets that away. Armstrong comes in field to Dingwall, the flying machine.
An overlap. Go Tony.
Dingwall forced back, the way does a pirouette but gets away, but
throw in Raith Rovers, I think. Yeah, Bobby Madden says so.
Riedling was campaigning for that one, but weren't coming.
He's 5-2-1 up, wow.
Against Merton.
Well, I was told by Walter, our club photographer, that he had a dream through the week that we'd win 5-0, and he's got a wee bet on it at the bookies with $2,500 coming his way if we can do it.
Duggan clear on the right, touchline crosses it in. Take that, Louis Vaughan! Oh my goodness!
Yes! Wow!
Now thankfully the Flair boys have run out of pyrotechnics and it's just a straightforward goal celebration. And the Dunfermline fans, there's some of them leaving already. Crossing from Duggan.
Ball into the box, into the back post. 1, 3, Rovers 2! Dunfermline nil! Dunfermline fans are leaving in their droves. 78 minutes played. Raith Rovers 2, Dunfermline nil.
Walter, your 5-0 bet is still on, my good buddy.
Well, Big Walter, he's 3 goals away from $2,500. I told him I'll drive him to the bookies if he wins it.
2.5k?
Aye. Dunfermline fans, it'd be better to stay with their team. I was joking with my friend before the game that if we get 2-0 up, then I'm confident of a draw. I think we're going to see this out, and I'm thinking that we look more likely to get a third here. What a driven ball to the back post by Duggan, and what a diving header!
And Duggan, he's not had great joy from the centre halves all day, but once he got away and a red card from the foul, then he won the penalty. Then he broke away to cross. That's maybe if that's all he does today, then there's more than enough for me. And what a boost to Duggan's confidence to turn the game. It's down to him.
Big moments here. Dunfermline are in. Got to see this through. It's out of play. Should be a goal kick. We've got to see the next 3 or 4 minutes. Let's get into the mid-80s with some boredom. Let's kill the game.
Yeah.
We reckon that we've got 14 minutes remaining.
14 minutes till the seed really starts online. I try and avoid looking at these forums, but I always do. Tonight I will especially enjoy it, just for the reaction alone.
I have to say, I thought it was whatever the equivalent of a Freudian read is. I thought Hamon had posted Stoner. It possibly would have fitted. Dunfermline are trying to get back into this game. They're 2 goals behind, and we're into the 80th minute.
Crane forward, big ball. Bonnie gets underway.
Bonnie on a hat trick.
Oh, he's in there.
Bonnie's in!
Yeah! Get in there! Get in there!
Yes!
Oh, what a finish!
Hat-trick hero!
Oh my lord!
Here's a replay.
See you boys!
Here's a hat-trick.
See you after!
Raith Rovers 3, Dunfermline 0.
Davey, the key tick is nearly empty. It was nearly empty at the start of the game, but the gas is fully at the peak.
We start the broadcast by saying welcome to Starks Park. 81 minutes played, it's welcome to paradise. 3-0 Raith Rovers, and we'll look like there's more to come.
If only it had been against 11 men, Davey.
Cheerio! Cheerio! And another cheerio belts out from the south stand.
I think Chris Duggan's just been booked. Somebody's been booked for something, but I don't know who, so I'm not going to postulate. Yeah, not going to postulate.
3-0.
What a run by Louis Vaughan, and calmness personified from about 17 yards to just splash it into the net.
Dunfermline look battered and shell-shocked. Tony Dingwall. I was looking at Duggan as I said that. I absolutely adore what I'm seeing for this boy. So I'll keep the commentary going just a wee moment there. The drama and the noise and the over-exuberance of the celebrations of panicked William a wee bit there. Neil's son William just needing a little bit of support and a hug from his dad. He's got his Saturday team round about him, roaring and screaming and dancing and high-fiving. Too much for the young lad.
Too much for his dad.
Too much for us all. 3-0 Raith Rovers. I tell you, this boy's got dark blue blood in his veins, and he'll remember the day that he was here.
Out for a Dunfermline corner, so it's not over till it's over. It's a bit hot, isn't it? It gets hot when you're happy and celebrating, doesn't it? Oh no, yeah. I'm going doolally with it. So the corner is about to come in. Davies just haven't gone outside. Corner comes in, headed well over the Dunfermline fans. Don't even know. I mean, the Dunfermline end. All the stairs are full with people streaming out. I mean, and I've never understood that. I hate it when Rovers fans do it. I can't say I like it when opposition fans do it, because it's just like defeatist and well, that's it, we're not going to win today. Well, we know they're not going to win today, but you stay and support your team for goodness sakes. Anyway, enough about them. The Rovers end is jam-packed. A lot of folk at the back are on their feet. It looks like no, everyone else is sitting down, aren't they? I'm getting a bit carried out of the way. It's now Dunfermline. I've got to pump it forward in the hope. Benny just sends that ball on its merry way down Pratt Street. Didn't take any chances there because at 3-0 against 10 men, you'd like to think it'd be fine, but cheers. Right. Yeah. So I mean, the key thing for the Rovers players now and the defence, the keeper and all the players, clean sheet, because we've not done enough of it, have we, Davey, this season?
And we've looked great.
I mean, Dunfermline. I mean, everyone will rightly point to the red card as changing the game.
Dunfermline fans will argue there was a player behind them, but for me, it's a red card. Well, that's as if you're going to be surprised. Barmy Army, the Raith Rovers fans are jumping up and down.
Thompson can go short to Wedderburn, he puts out to Murray.
Last hat-trick goal scorer here, I'm thinking Ryan Hardy maybe.
Is that a hat-trick?
Yeah, Ryan Hardy got a hat-trick.
It was, yeah, and that was the first one since John Baird.
I don't know when our last Derby hat-trick scorer was. There's one for the chat board. Go and get onto that if you can. 3 minutes extra to be played, so we reckon 8 remaining.
Robbie Thompson flights a ball right onto Callum Crane's foot, and he takes it on his stride. Vonnie again, the danger man, the goal scorer.
He's put the player on his backside.
He is having probably his best game so far for the Rovers, Louis Vaughan. Armstrong tries to get on the action, shoots. Vaughan gathers it up. Murray helps out.
That's the ball.
Tries to cross it. Ball break. Murray's still there.
Somehow got it. Goal kick.
Tried to walk it into the net. He actually challenged for that and then had to ride a challenge to get anything like a shot away, which it just scrambled. It just trundled clear. Sorry. Whew. So we were delighted with the opener, raging at the flares. Delighted with the second goal and ecstatic about the third, weren't we, Davey? Is that fair? A fair assumption?
I can't remember celebrating a goal as much as I did that one, the third one in particular.
And the second one was well executed.
I know our viewers and listeners enjoy the nonsense of us getting caught up in it. There are bits when, we really have absolute heats gone moments, and we've had them today.
Oh yeah. Hopefully you can make out what we were trying to say amongst the racket, but we don't apologise for losing our sentiments.
Liam Buchanan getting ready to come on. Thank you, Molly Hancock, for pointing that out to me.
Well spotted there, spotter's ball, as Ron Atkinson used to say.
Yeah,
Wedderburn spreads it out to Murray. Look, while you're out of the commentary box, Davey, I was just lamenting to the listeners and viewers, the Dunfermline fans streaming out when you lose. Cross in from Murray, Crane can't get it. The Dunfermline fans, their end isn't even a third full now. It's not even a quarter full. I was saying I hate to see that when Rovers do it. I don't particularly like it when opposition fans do either, because it means they've spat the dump, they take in huff, and they don't want to support their team or thank the team for their efforts over the 90.
I was going to take a picture and put it up on the Raith TV page, but then I thought, you know what, that'll seem too sour.
Yeah.
So let's not make it about Dunfermline. I'm not going to do that.
Not at all.
I just thought that the fans tuning in might have wanted to see the absolute deterioration in the Dunfermline fans, but let's take the moral high ground.
The only regret I've got about this game, David, is that we're not playing East Fife and doing this.
No, I've got no regrets. No regrets. Daniel Armstrong leaves the pitch. I would wager that that's Armstrong leaving for the last time, Neil.
Yeah, it's a fair bet.
Raith Rovers 3, Dunfermline 0. 6 minutes remaining.
Liam Buchanan bringing fresh legs into the attack and straight into it and making Dunfermline play it quickly. Benedict clears up at the back. Nat Wedderburn to Murray.
Well, the home ends have not broke into the song. I was saying to a friend this morning, the wee team thing really does boil my blood.
Yeah.
I absolutely buy it, hook, line and sinker. I hate it.
And that's why it's done.
But having said that, my favourite song is Who's the Wee Team Now?
And Louis Vaughan there.
South Stand have shown more maturity than me because they've not sung it.
Louis Vaughan with twinkle toes gets out to Dingwall, just takes it for a wee run, attacks his men now, gets a cross in. Across the face of goal, and that could have drifted in.
It needed a tapping at the back post.
Gillespie's kept that in somehow. Held up by his marker, and the ball breaks the Dunfermline defence. Yeah, I always just laugh at the wee team thing because you're taking that from a team that have won 2 Scottish Cups as opposed to our 1 League Cup, and they've got a bigger support. And they're not much bigger.
I'm okay with the fact that I think Dunfermline are a bigger team. But delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, the way they go on, you'd think they're giants in the modern game.
Ole, ole, ole is the chant of the South Stand. We are milking it.
Buchanan, Duggan, stays on his feet, heavy pressure, 2 men on him, 3 men on him.
He's got the ball.
Comes away with the ball. And Ewan Murray picks up the mantle, gets a cross in from deep. Callum Crane, that was never going in. He let it bounce and he headed it.
Neil, who do you think we should interview after the game?
All of them. We'll be here till 8.
I'm happy to stay. The kids at the back, I was laughing out loud because it's a day that merits that.
Well, Vaughan is the obvious one, but I think Duggan's a fair shout as well.
Duggan, we interviewed at the last game and
set 2 of them up.
Wow.
Won the red card.
6,013, Neil.
Well, we said 6,000 on the button.
Jack Smith's going to get a wee cameo. Go on, Jack, make a name for yourself, boy. Well, I did say pre-game that this game means that much to me that if it was a guaranteed playoff final or beating them today, I'd take today. This has been beyond my wildest dreams.
Yeah, and it puts us in the hat for the next round, more importantly.
90
minutes on the clock, but we know that there is...
I reckon 2 minutes, let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
I think the draw's tomorrow.
I
asked Bobby Madden that, of all people, before the game. He was in watching the end part of the Auchinleck Ayr
victory.
A victory, yep. And he pointed out there's a game tomorrow, so they normally do it after the
I can now repeat the thing on air that I said before the game. You watch, we'll beat Dunfermline and then we'll get drawn against Auchinleck in the next round. Away.
Yeah, I wouldn't fancy that one.
No, not at all, not in the slightest.
Oh, this is all about today. It's all about the dark blue juggernaut.
Dunfermline still making a game of it, passing it around, but there's no cutting edge. They're a man down.
They look broken.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Going through the motions, yeah. It is wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, I was going to throw a wee joke in for you and I just lost my gear there. A wee Atletico mince quote for you there about Louis Vaughan being an achievement generator, an achievement magnet.
Yes.
But
Look
Barry
at
House,
that. Look at the
Barry
way in,
homeowner.
Davey. Look at how sparse it is. Aye.
There is not a body has left the south stand.
Ball over the top. Benny just heads it out to Crane.
Lewis Vaughan, man of the match.
What a
Really?
surprise.
The other thing is that there is an absolute quality to each of the goals. There's a composed penalty, and the other two goals are just, it's about desire. And that away end is absolutely desolate. We want a clean sheet.
Yeah.
We want a clean sheet.
It is pathetic. I'm going to use that word. It is pathetic to see a mass exodus just because you're losing a cup tie against your
We'll
local
take a
rivals.
picture on 90.
Yeah. I don't remember us doing it in that style when we've lost it at their place, Davey. Do you?
No,
Sad, petty
I'm
bunch.
sad. I stay behind for the team, and I've seen us shift 7. You know, I guess if you're going to enjoy the high watermark that is a Derby Day Scottish Cup gubbin, it's all over.
It's over. The final score: Raith Rovers 3, Dunfermline 0. Rovers victorious and into the draw for the 4th round of the Scottish Cup. Who will we get? I'm not fussy, Davey. Let's enjoy today. Savour the moment. Savour the win. Gloat. I'm going to have a little drink tonight, and the high street is going to be bouncing in Kirkcaldy for once.
Absolutely majestic day to be a Raith Rovers fan. So proud of the team. Grateful for your company. Magnificent second half there with Neil. Well done. Let's just look at Elback 2 in front of us.
Yeah.
Typical wee team patter, he said about our programme.
Did he?
I'm going to have a shout. All the best. Catch us next week.